Look at the incredible beauty of Broken Top. We have entered an alpine wonderland, a alpine tundra meadow forest zone. Today is October 12th, 2022. Kind of interesting, because this area is such high elevation, it's only normally accessible about 10 weeks a year. So from it's about August 1st, about October 15th, today being October 12th, I'm kind of right on the back end of that. Sometimes it goes another week or two, but by middle or back end of October, this will be a snowy wonderland, most likely. It varies every year, of course. But I'll also show you over here, we got Ball Butte, that's 7,900 feet. Broken Top to our left, that's like 9,700 feet. So we are probably in the intermediate range of this alpine wonderland. Started down at Todd Trailhead. That is permit required, so I have my permit in my pocket, costs $1, recreation.gov. Doing 13.5 miles, 2,600 foot elevation gain. Because the elevation gain, I would consider this low end of hard. The way I see it, if you're gonna come up here, you might as well go slow and savor it. So one of the cool things about our mountain friend is that it's got a lake called No Name Lake tucked into the nook and crannies, crevices of the lake. We can't even see till we're all the way at the top. We get to walk the shoreline of it. It's my favorite alpine lake in all of Oregon, and it's gorgeous, and highly recommend walking past it and above it, turning around and then admiring it as you walk back down. If you go up to the Bend Glacier viewpoint, that is heaven on earth, my friend. One of my favorite views in all of Oregon, and considered a top view in all of the West Coast. So definitely a premium hike. My favorite hike in Central Oregon. This is one of those hikes that's so pristine. I mean, you can even see this section I'm in is just magic. I mean, this is just an alpine wonderland. The whole thing is pristine and groomed methodically, and it just has that gorgeous next level world-class feel that not a lot of hikes do. So we are officially entering the climb. This is, I would argue, the hardest part of the entire hike, just because of the grade of the trail. I don't know if it comes through, but it's just pretty much straight up, particularly when we get up here a little bit. Definitely the hardest part of this whole hike, but it's not that hard. Interestingly enough, our creek bed here is dried up. I can tell you from past visits, previous trips, if you come earlier in the summer, this is a raging creek right here as we admire Broken Top and continue along our pristine trail. We just came from that way, climbed a steep mega mound. Hardest part of the whole hike is that one ascension. I mean, look at what I'm looking at straight ahead. Oh, this is so beautiful. We'll remind we do have some haze to the left. That's forest fire smoke from Cedar Creek fire, ravaging around the Waldo area. Truly heartbreaking. I view North Waldo as, or should I say I viewed North Waldo. We'll see after the fire because the whole area is gone, but I viewed that as one of the crown jewels of Oregon. So I've been there many times. See that destroyed is actually like a dagger to the heart. It's awful. Maybe that's a pro tip. Even when you got wilderness fires raging a region, be mindful of that with where you decide to hike. Like the smoke's really bad if you're looking for an expansive view. If you go into like a vista, a butte, or a peak, you're wanting to get a 360 or expansive view, it's going to be obscured by the haze of the smoke. But for instance, today, instead of doing a background horizon hike, I'm doing more of a foreground proximity hike. So your counterplay when there's bad forest fires is to do a proximity vicinity foreground hike, because you can see Broken Top, all the shots I've been doing of it, crystal clear because it's in the foreground. It's not a long distance panorama. So I don't know if you ever think of it in those terms, but if you've got a general forest fire malaise in your area, pick a foreground hike. Stopping. I'm looking back on our trail, Broken Top. We see Mount Bachelor. That's a naked Mount Bachelor at the end of summer. And you're seeing the beautiful, pristine, well-groomed trail I'm ascending. And of course, the bend of this gorgeous creek, all the mountain glacial runoff going downstream. This is a really beautiful wonderland zone we are hiking in. Getting some peaks of Broken Top to our left. Seeing some of those rustic and orange striations on the mountain, partially obscured by our alpine forest. Definitely in a pristine alpine zone. Kind of going back and forth between tundra and meadow and forest. Kind of a mixed section. Alpine forest, alpine tundra. All these mangled trees are from that snow I mentioned. Imagine if this area is covered by snow 9 or 10 months a year. The way the snow literally breaks the backs of these trees to why they look all mangled. That, and along with the wind, pretty deadly 1-2 punch. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Beautiful Broken Top you've outdone yourself. This particular section, it's more of an alpine tundra feel, I would say. Look at that. Give you a panorama. Behind there is Bachelor. Over there, that is Ball Butte. So we are Mountain-rific, although I think Broken Top is the star. Basically, we're gonna go up and around. See this hump here? We're gonna go to the right of it. The trail's gonna take us around, eventually end up in the cirque of Broken Top on the shoreline of No Name Lake, a secret hidden lake up at the top of Broken Top. You can only see it once you get to the top. You gotta earn the view, my friend. And we are on our way.